like? What does it mean to you to be the starter for this regional?
It's a great feeling. You know, I get the chance to go out there and set the tone for the rest of the weekend.
When you look at what you'll be thinking about, say, the noon hour tomorrow and 12:30, I mean, take us through your process, warming up, and your thoughts, you know, as a big crowd gets here and that kind of thing.
I'm just going to go out there and enjoy. You know, we're going to have a pitchers meeting before the game and really dive in on Evansville, and I'll just be thinking about what the approach is for all the hitters, and just in my catch play and pregame bullpen, I'm just work on and like executing what the plan is.
Will you have extra nerves because of the situation?
No, it's just I love the big crowds, and I'm just going to enjoy being out there.
Zach, can you kind of describe the past month and a half for you, just dealing with that, working your way back?
It's definitely frustrating to say the least. Just watching the guys out there, and obviously could use me here and there, just like with Shankman, Hunter, and Savage not being out there, and just watching them. Like, we're already a thin bullpen, and losing Jake and Shank, it's just been tough. But just trusting the process and working with Logan, our athletic trainer, and Kevin Youngs, and just not rushing it so I can be full for this game.
It sounds like you felt really good after the Rice game. So how comforting was that, kind of knowing you're back?
It was great going out there and the thumb just feeling back to normal, and just going to carry it in this game.
What are your? You've been through the roster a little bit. What you're looking at the roster when you go against them?
We haven't really looked at it yet. We'll just do that tomorrow before the game.
What are you expecting when you come out here tomorrow? Full house, regional atmosphere.
It's just the only thing I can compare it to is a game against NC State or UNC when it was packed, but I wholeheartedly believe that's going to be way better than that.
Have some of the older guys said anything to prepare you? Do you feel like they have to ahead of a regional like this, ahead of hosting?
It's just, you know, I mean, the crowd's going to be there every game, but just focusing on each other and just playing our brand of baseball.
How much does that crowd feed into you when you're out there?
It's definitely, it's amazing. Hear them behind you on a big pitch. It just gets me fired up and just helps me elevate my game.
You guys have like your season motto, but what's been the theme of this week just heading into game one of the regional?
It's just continuing to play the ECU brand of baseball. You know, when we play our brand and don't worry about who's in the other dugout, then we're really hard to beat.
You under any limits pitch-wise?
As far as I know, it's until I'm not effective anymore.
You are effective.
Everybody good?
Yeah, thanks.
Everybody ready? How's the week been since you guys found out about the regional?
A whole lot of patience. I remember, I feel like yesterday was Thursday. I thought we were playing today. I woke up this morning and realized we just had practice. But no, we had a good week, taking it day by day, just getting ready to go.
Does it feel like it is the second season? Does it feel that way?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it feels like, we took Tuesday was pretty light, had a pretty intense practice yesterday. But man, we've been rebuilding the bodies, getting back in good shape, and we're ready to start it.
Yeah, you don't get too many breaks in baseball, but you get a week here. I mean, I guess what's that like just from the rest standpoint?
Yeah, it was much needed. I mean, we had a pretty brutal week as far as weather in Clearwater. I mean, it was like 100 degrees every day. Just to get back, I mean, it's just like the exam week. We have that fresh week, and we come out and have a good weekend.
You were here 2 years ago. I remember you saying how impressed you were with the regional atmosphere. Just kind of live off of that for a second and what you're kind of expecting here tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, not many players in the country, I'd probably say less than 1%, probably host 2 regionals in their career, which is, I mean, I'm very blessed. So I'm expecting, I don't know, opening the gates an hour before the game. A couple people might be late, you never know since they're checking bags, but I'm expecting a whole lot of not being able to hear. I'm gonna, when we take the field, it gets super loud. I always just take a second to, take it all in. So I'm super excited.
And once you take it all in, how do you get mentally focused and just ready to go when it's an atmosphere that's so much different from the regular season?
I play off the crowd is something that I've always done. Very emotional, passionate. So, I just kind of have to lock in for pitch by pitch, but at the end of the day, I'm playing off the crowd.
A lot is made of that, but how much is this home field an advantage?
I'm not a betting man, but if I were to bet, I wouldn't bet against the Pirates at home. So, it's a whole nother, it's like we're playing out there with 10 guys. Like it's surround sound too. There's no gaps of no sound.
Do you feel like you're able to appreciate hosting that much more now that you're not a freshman and you've had a couple of years here?
Yeah, I think you can take it for granted, especially the young guys that come in and they expect this stuff. But it's hard. It's really hard. We were 2 weeks ago, we were top 8 seed. And, you know, it's hard to win baseball games. We had a rough stretch and blessed enough to still be hosting. So I just think really taking in the moment and realizing how blessed we are to really host is important.
Scout Evansville for me. Just tell me what you've seen on them after a few days of researching them.
They have a left-handed pitcher starting tomorrow. That's about all I got. We like to worry about ourselves. I mean, we're not overlooking anybody. I mean, they're obviously a really good team. Everybody in the field of 64 is. But defensively, we just kind of go where we're pointed to go. So I don't really know much other than they're starting a lefty tomorrow.
Are there any rules this weekend?
Absolutely not.
Good
Just
luck.
standards. Just standards.
Have you been practicing your spikes out there and right just to get ready?
No, it's always heat of the moment. It just kind of happens.
Very good.